All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makaha Kodash. Double honors into the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Citations to you, Akim, pushing his truth with fearlessness and sincerity. Shalom to the elect. And back at you with another lesson through the spirit, man. We have a society full of craziness, once again, getting more wicked. And this time, we're dealing with the woman and her raising her kids and how these women don't give a damn about their kids for real. They don't have the true understanding on raising kids. They just pushing for motherhood or single motherhood and all this stuff and not realizing the kid's going to be grown and realize something and maybe talk back. You ain't got no structure. It's all types of stuff, man. You know, I got a video, but I'm we coming into a time, man, that these women are going to need real live help coming up because the president we have in office is taking down all the victuals. I'm gonna go to that precept too. All the things that our so-called Israelite women have been living off of and feeding their kids off of. Main reason, if you got the government, you got the government assistance and stuff like that, that gives a woman courage to be like, fuck you to the dad or father of the child, or you know what I mean? I got EBT, I got this, I got government, daddy government, you know what I mean? Now that daddy government is kind of pulling back, and now they're going to be needing saved. And the kids, while they working, the kids going to be strayed off into some other shit. And they, it's a bit like it's been doing anyway because all these women have been focused on careers more than family. They just have kids and just maintain the kids, and a lot of kids are oppressing others, like my son got shot by a 15-year-old. That young man wasn't being raised right. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of many, So I just gonna do a video and throw some understanding out there so you see and understand what's really happening. It's all prophecy. All right. The pride of these women are going to be gone overnight. But let's watch this video. Hey, you let that garage up already? You make sure, Salak, you make sure that you have him on the leash before you know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. All right. So we're gonna watch the video. You see this craziness here. This is crazy.
Building a whole set of lies. Building a whole set of lies. All this nigga do is tell lies. Building a whole set of lies. Can somebody help me figure out how to get your 17-year-old abuser out of your house? Oh, you want an update? That's the 12-year-old that destroyed my house over a cell phone. That's what you guys were calling him. He was a 12. But he's 17 now. And every time I call the cops, they don't dare remove him from here. Somebody want to know? Can I get some help? Because apparently TikTok the place to go for help because I called the police over 30 minutes ago and I'm still waiting. Yeah, I'm still waiting. Anybody out here? Police! Where y'all at? Because I need some help. When he destroyed my fucking house, I called for the police too. They didn't fucking come. You know how long when they came? When they got here? When everything was done, broken and destroyed. Y'all so tired of life right now. I'm supposed to be at work. I had to call up for my job for this shit. Can you imagine that? I had to call up my job for this shit. I was gonna lie, but I can't figure out how to put fucking comments on there because somebody needs to tell me how to get him out of my house. Because when you do emancipation, they want 100 million things.
So I'm gonna read the caption here. Hold on 1 second. One second here. So the caption is, "This is why the father isn't around." All right? They cannot raise masculine boys. If they do, they will attack them because Jezebel hates accountability and logic. All right? Masculine boys live in accountability and logic and won't bend to Jezebel's, but often left to the streets to fall victim to the streets. And that's true, man. It's, when the son start realizing that mama ain't shit and he speaks on it, that's when she turns into a fucking enemy to the boy. All right? And because it actually happened to me. All right? Won't bend to Jezebel's, but often left to the streets to fall victim to the streets. Check out our latest show, or if you are interested, well, yeah. So this is what happens. Well, I'm gonna continue.
Get that child out of your house. He threw a TV on my foot a month ago, and the police told me I gotta let him stay here. The police told me to cuddle him. They came here.
She sounds like she either Benjamin or West, from she sounds like she from Trinidad or Jamaica, one of them, Benjamin.
He chucked me out in here this morning, and the police left him. Listen, here comes the father of Liza's phone. I can't take you. I can't help you. That's what I told you. You don't got nobody but this mama. He don't got nobody. Look at him. His daddy giving him excuses. He don't got nobody but his mama that he treat like shit. Ain't nobody want him at their house. Nobody. Look. You see that shit right there? Oh, y'all caught this bedroom on a clean day because the garbage just went out. Y'all caught his house on a clean day. Oh, look. This is a door. I'm never getting my fucking deposit back in this house. I ain't getting my deposit back. Look. Nigga brought the door, ripped the shit down. Like, look. Punch in the door. I ain't never getting my deposit back. I'm aight with that. I ain't never getting my deposit back. That's the daddy in there giving him excuses. Ain't nobody want him at his house. His grandmama told her he don't want her at his house. There's nobody he got to run to but this dumbass mama. He don't got nobody to run to but this dumbass mama that he treat like shit. Ain't nobody want him at his house. And this motherfucker in there talking about I done lost my mind. He talking about I'm crazy. You know what? I'm crazy is right. I'm crazy as hell. Because I'm tired. Building a whole...
Yeah. Got her eyelashes on and all that fucking makeup, And of course, he probably let it off anger and punched the wall or whatever, But that's the result of single motherhood, man. Now he's going to resort to other things, to find comfort and respect and all that stuff. Like this, like the cycle has always happened, man. I got a precept, Job chapter 39, verse 13, and this happened to me. My mama called the police on me, and I was locked up dealing with bullshit, man. My own mother, because she couldn't handle, she tried to keep me from my father as well, tried to play them damn games and stuff like that. But, then as I grew older and stuff like that, I was kind of rebellious at a young age too. I was very rebellious to her. She couldn't handle me. And the older I got, I was like, leave me the fuck alone. Quit talking to me. Who the fuck is you talking to? Because they got the smart mouth and, Jake wasn't dealing with that. But anyways, Job chapter 39, verse 13, gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacock, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich. All right. So our women are beautiful and all that stuff, but they are terrible on the inside, right? Which leaveth her eggs in the earth and warm them in dust. All right. So they don't care about their children. All they want to do is win against their man, no matter what the kid, how the kid ends up, how the kid suffers, They'll leave the kid instead of leaving the kid with the dad, they'll leave the kid with a fucking child molester or something. And forgetteth that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them. She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear, Their labor is in vain, man. They don't do nothing but maintain the kids, think about what the kid got on, the child got on, all types of shit without even raising the kid or bringing them around real structure, man. Because Yahweh have deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding. What time she lifteth up herself on high, she scorned the horse and his rider. Right? Let me get that in NLT and break that, get some better understanding. Because this is happening all over the place, like terribly happening. Job chapter 39, verse 13, the ostrich flaps her wings grandly, but they are no match for the feathers of the stork. She lays her eggs on top of earth, letting them be warmed in the dust. She doesn't worry that a foot might crush them or a wild animal might destroy them. She is harsh toward her young, as if they were not her own. She doesn't care if they die. And guess what? Our women are number one in murdering and Planned Parenthood, if you get my drift. Our women are, there's so many mamas I've seen crying, because their kid got killed, some way, somehow. Then the next week, she got a new boyfriend, or she pregnant. There's all types of fucked up shit, man. She doesn't care if they die, for Yahweh has deprived her of wisdom. He has given her no understanding, but whenever she jumps up to run, she passes the swiftest horse with its rider. All right. What is this? She's a runner. She's a track star. She's just running when she runs away from accountability, all that stuff. These bitches is fucked up, man. And they're fucking their kids up. All right. Children of our oppressors. All right. And you see a lot of, 80% or something, it's a study that 80% of prisoners and rapists and violent rapists, all types of crazy shit that Jake be doing is a result of single motherhood. All right. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to error, and destroy the way of thy path. All right. So that's what's going on in the majority of our so-called communities, man, is young men and women raising themselves. Because the mama's focus is not on parenting. The mama's focus is on whoring and careering and all that bullshit instead of a family, instead of finding a nuclear family, to put it together, and it's bad, right? All right, and the time is coming where all the goods and the government assistance and all that stuff is finna be out the window, right? So it's finna get bad, And guess what? A lot of women, when shit get bad, they start to kick them motherfuckers out. And they gonna start kicking their kids out at 16, 14, like get the fuck out, because they can't handle the pressure. The kid ain't gonna really understand how terrible things is, because the child or the teenager, they ran up the light bill playing video games. The teenager eating up everything in the refrigerator, but they didn't ran out of motherfucking link. Now the woman can't handle. Women aren't built for the pressure of that. Women can't put down the law on a child or to be like, hey, cut this shit off. You know, only a father can. You know what I'm saying? So they do other shit by like call the cops on they child or you know, other shit, man. Just kick them out into the streets and all types of bullshit, man. So it's finna get crazy, all right? Because they done created monsters and disobedient and ungrateful children. Now they finna get the motherfucking ruts of it. They finna get it's finna backfire on them, many of them, all right? Isaiah chapter 33, verse 9, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the ventures shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. All right? No more benefits. No more of that good stuff that the government has been giving these women for the past fucking 50, 60 years, man. You know? Upon the land of my people shall come thorns and briars, upon all the houses of joy in the joyous city, because the places shall be forsaken. The multitude of the city shall be left. And you know, the city was created for the woman, and it's finna be done for. The forts and towers shall be for dens forever, a joy of wild asses and pasture of flocks. All right? And let's go to the NLT for this. All right? All right. Isaiah chapter 32, verse 9, NLT. Listen, you women who lie around in ease. And that's what these women have been doing. Not going to work and taking trips and shit like that because they got the benefits going on. They got that fat ass link card and they got, you know, all these amenities that the government was giving them. And now the government's taking it back. Now it's finna get some pressure. Now they can't be at ease. They got to get the fuck out there and work. You got, 160,000 women have been laid off recently, a record, and there's going to be more. Listen to me, you who are so smug. In a short time, just a little more than a year, you careless ones will suddenly begin to care. Ooh, for your fruit crops will fail, and the harvest will never take place. All right, and that's the benefits, man, that they had. Big ass grocery carts full of EBT money, you know. And they didn't Trump's taking away the housing authority shit. So now they got to really pay them bills, pay that $1,000 rent, or it's gonna be a lot of women on the streets, man. It is what it is. They're gonna because none of these bitches got trades. None of these bitches got real professions. Tremble, ye women of ease. Throw off your complacency. Strip off your pretty clothes. Ooh, and put on burlap to show your grief, you know. And guess what? It ain't gonna be that pride talking down on all the black men, so-called black men, and you know, whatever. It's not, that shit's over with. Beat your breast in sorrow for your bountiful farms and your faithful, fruitful grapevines. For your land will be overgrown with thorn and briars. Your joyful homes and happy towns will be gone. Ooh-wee. The palace and the city will be deserted, and busy towns will be empty. You know, women, they like experiences and all that stuff. That shit's over with. The mirth is done. Wild donkeys will frolic and flocks will gaze in the empty forts and watchtowers. All right. It's over with, man. You know, the mirth is gone. The mirth is gone for you damn bitches, man. The Lord finna cut it all off. And that Isaiah 4:1 finna come in effect. And a lot of these bitches finna be selling coochie. Isaiah 24, Verse 11, there is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened, and the mirth of the land is gone. In the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. And like I said, cities were created for women. All right. When thus it shall be in the midst of the land among the people, there shall be as the shaking of an olive tree and as the gleaning grapes when the vintage is done. Let's get on the NLT with that. All right. Isaiah chapter 24, verse 11. Mobs gather in the streets crying out for wine. Whew. Joy has turned to gloom. Glad and get we know these women have so much pride, man. She that liveth is dead while she liveth. And there's a lot of these bitches that are real witches. And the Lord said, I suffer not a witch to live. Joy has turned to gloom. Gladness has been banished from the land. And that's for you. There's many of these fucking wicked ass jakes too. The city is left in, them simp motherfuckers, man. The city is left in ruins. Its gates battered down throughout the earth. The story is the same. Only a remnant is left. Like the stray olives left on the tree, or the few grapes left on the vine afterwards. All right, man, that's tough. That's tough. I got another precept. Boom, boom, boom. Cause like I was just speaking on them simps, man. All right, this simp was a TikToker. He said this guy on TikTok whose entire content is about how to treat your woman correctly and better. He murdered his girlfriend recently. These guys that are simps that use money, which the money's finna be gone, to use the money to get the paper. There's majority of these guys that got the paper that women all on their motherfucking dick, and the simps with the paper, man. These guys are really the ones that's gonna kill the women, man. These guys are really ones that's gonna spaz out like Players Club. When buddy that went he was at the strip club and he developed a vibe with what's her name, Diamond. He ended up at her motherfucking house and got aggressive and shit. You know what I'm saying? On some aggressive ass shit, man. That's what's gonna happen because it won't be not too much protection too, man. All right. A lot of this shit finna get crazy, man. All right. And these simp ass guys is the most violent ones because they don't have the game. They don't have the character or nothing to even get the female without the money or without materials. He murdered his girlfriend recently. Southwest Miami-Dade woman killed. Ex-boyfriend arrested after 3-year-old found wandering.
And you're thinking if any of you guys were following this guy and you're thinking hey, why hasn't he posted? His entire content is all about relationship advice and also trying to be funny. Stuff like a safe man comes into your life and loves you correctly, no sneaky stuff. But this man is not responsible for the unaliving of his ex-girlfriend. He actually first found her toddler wandering around all by herself, and then later discovering her unalived in her car with multiple wounds. And yet his entire content is all about how to treat women correctly. If any of you guys were following this guy and you're thinking hey, why hasn't he posted?
You see that, man. A lot of these women, man, it's finna get tough. If you hear a lot of, when they made prostitution legal in daylight at in California, they start seeing a lot of women getting hurt because they too vulnerable, man. It's finna turn up, man. It's a lot of shit finna turn up, man, in all angles for these women, man. And that's why it's gonna be a Psalms 4:1. They're gonna be grabbing hold, chasing brothers down, cause they gonna need that protection. They're gonna need that covering. All right. But I hope the elect was edified. With that, I'm gonna give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Till next time, Shalom.